Hello, my name is Tracine Harvey and I'm the Director and Curator of the Museum of Antiquities at the University of Saskatchewan. Founded as a study collection in 1975, the museum is more than a room full of beautiful artworks. The museum is also a place where people come together in the spirit of teaching, research, learning, and community, a legacy that will continue for many years to come, thanks to the many donors and supporters of the museum. Please join me in seeing some wonderful highlights of the museum's collection, as well as messages from former students of the museum.
Hi, I'm Hannah Medley. I was the Outreach and Special Programming Coordinator for the Museum of Antiquities in 2019 and 2020. The Museum of Antiquities is a really special place. I actually came to Saskatoon to work at this museum, and it was a brand new place to me. I had never lived in the prairies before, and the thing that really stood out to me was just how welcoming Tracine and the whole Museum of Antiquities community was, really from the staff to the volunteers to our collaborators. The other thing I really associate with the Museum of Antiquities is opportunity. While I worked there, I got to try so many things, from community work to collections management to curation. So that was also an amazing opportunity for me to really get a chance to get my feet wet in so many different areas as I was trying to figure out where I wanted to go. Really, to sum it up, congratulations! I hope everyone is enjoying a wonderful celebration of a special place, and to many more years to come.
Hi, it's Keely Bland. I'm currently in beautiful Lekwungen homelands in Victoria, British Columbia. Really disappointed I can't be there to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Museum of Antiquities. I was a volunteer at the museum for most of my undergrad. It was hugely foundational for me. I have incredible memories of volunteering and made incredible friends. We planned Ides of March trivia. I ran kids camps in the summer for 2 summers. The experience that I got at the museum was hugely important for me getting into my master's program and kind of the start of me continuing my career in arts, culture, and heritage. So big thanks to everyone at the museum and all the stuff you've done for students over the years. And congratulations on 50 years.
Hi, I'm Marissa. I volunteered at the Museum of Antiquities from 2014 to 2019. Over those years, I have so many fond memories of my time there. Some of my favorites were getting to be a fairy for a day at the medieval market, as well as getting to be hands-on with so many cool artifacts. Happy 50th anniversary, Museum of Antiquities.
Hello, my name is William Carlson. I'm an old employee of the Museum of Antiquities. I just wanted to wish you all a very happy 50-year anniversary for the museum's foundation. Some of my oldest and most fond memories of the museum were definitely the times I got to work there, either as a tour guide or as a summer camp leader. I made a lot of good friends there, and a lot of very fond memories getting to pass on the knowledge of the classical and medieval times to the next generation, and that helped to lead me into the career I have now, which is teaching.
Hi, I'm Paul.
And I'm Amanda.
Way back in 2003, I was the educational coordinator at the Museum of Antiquities.
And I joined the museum in 2005, first as a volunteer, and then as an education coordinator, and then finally as an assistant curator.
One of my favorite memories of the museum is the time when I went to visit Catherine Gunderson, the former director of the museum. But instead of seeing Kathy, I instead met Amanda.
I explained to him that Kathy was only working in the mornings.
So I went back the next day, but obviously in the afternoon. 19 years later, we're still together, living in London,
where I work at an exhibition design studio. And Paul, he's still following me around galleries.
Happy 50th anniversary.
Bye!
Happy anniversary, Museum of Antiquities. My name is Beth and I worked at the museum in the early 2000s while I was doing my undergraduate at the University of Saskatchewan. The museum was a magical place for me, as I'm sure it is for so many students. I was there when it moved from its windowless space in the Murray Library to its lovely windowy home at the top of the bowl. As I remember it, the place was full of energy and curiosity. It really was the highlight of my undergraduate years at USask, and it sparked a lifelong interest in cultural heritage for me, and I'm happy to still be working in the field To my mind, the museum was not really a place, though, so much as a person. It was Kathy Gunderson. She was the curator while I worked there, but she was also the whole museum. She was its center, its heart. Through the museum, she shared ancient history with the campus and the community, and it was a pleasure to be part of that. From all accounts, I understand that Tracine has carried on that legacy, keeping the museum vibrant and inspiring and changing, and a special place for many students. Thank you both, and thank you, Museum of Antiquities. Happy anniversary.
Hello. Hello. I'm Arthur. And I'm David, and we both grew up in and around the Museum of Antiquities. We attended as youngsters the living history workshops as campers first, and then later as counselors. And we have many, many treasured memories of the Museum of Antiquities.
From the camps, all I have are fond memories of playing capture the flag, swords and shields, with our cardboard armor that we made. We would form formations.
Tortuga.
Yeah, we would do like the tortoise, and it was just such good fun.
Absolutely. One of my treasured memories is hearing all these spooky stories around the Egyptian door, which may or may not be a portal to the afterlife, and hearing all the kind of mischievous things that started happening when the museum acquired said door.
It could have been Kathy responsible for those things. Maybe might have been Kathy.
And of course, who can forget the wonderful coin collection there from our very own coin expert, Dr. Tracine Harvey.
Thank you, Tracine. Bye.
Bye.